Alright, YouTube world, here we go. We left off last week drilling spot rivets. Still going to finish that up today. Get the front cover off this. I think what we're going to do is take the front cover off first and move on to drilling and grinding all this mess out of here. Get this all cleaned up, and then once that's all done, we'll jump in the truck with the trailer and go pick us up a Datsun, or sorry, a Nissan. A Nissan. We'll leave the Datsun King do his thing down there, down south here. Let's have at her. Start with, I want to get this off. So there's 6 bolts up here. They are located up the side. Have my handy dandy impact. So hopefully they come apart. Oh yeah. I've been pickling these for about a week now, so they should all come out good. Oh yeah. No problem. That's slicker than jump on linoleum. Alright. That went so quick we didn't even have time lapse, which we will try in. Okay, now across the bottom, we'll bring you around to the other side here. See Alright, I think we got this sucker ready to come out of there. Minor adjustment. I see it. See it. Alrighty. Take that off there. Take our safety bolt out. Woohoo! One rusty front panel. We have enough of it there if we need to. We can always make a new strip for the bottom, weld it in, patch a couple of holes, but she's pretty gnarly along the top lip. And the other one on the truck now looks way better than this one. So, we'll put that aside. Now we can get in easier to clean all this up and get the rest of that metal out of there. Let's do it. Alright, let's bring you guys in and show you what we got. See if I can get a good shot here. It's removed. That'll make it easier to get at the panel to remove. It's kind of gnarly along there. I'm going to grind all the sharp edges off so I don't cut myself, because that is just at that height where something bad could happen. We don't want that. While I'm in here, I am pickling the bolts that broke, because hopefully when I go to drill those out, they'll be nice and just spin through and be nice to me. So we'll pickle those up good now. Now when we take the other one out, I should say everybody has their different lubes. I cover the label there, but you get the idea by the can. Everybody knows it. So let's get to grinding and cleaning up. Alright guys, see if I got enough battery to show you this. We got, unfortunately my battery's really low, so I don't know if I'm even going to get this all in, but as you can see, we got all the old floor out. She's all cut. I still got some more grinding to do, but we got to get the other one in yet. So until then, all the nasty rot is gone, except for a couple of chunks that I can pick up and throw out. The old floors there come out in pieces. Just was an easier way to do it. What can I say? Still got some rust to clean up over here now that that's gone, and down the sides, and some finish sanding. But we're going to be able to take care of that no problem. Got to finish wire wheel the inside out, clean up all this surface rust, and hit it with some neutralizer. And we'll do sealer primer on the whole thing. Same as underneath. We'll seal prime, and when that's done, it's all going to get undercoated, put back on the truck. But after seeing the truck today, she's a little crunchy, so probably going to have to spend a little time underneath cleaning the frame up, and probably going to be some brake lines and things that need some attention, but we'll deal with that then. Till then, guys, get a rattle can primer today. We do have the shop about 70 degrees, so all we want to do is just seal it up. If we do get runs, it really doesn't matter at this stage, because it's all going to get sanded multiple times between now and paint anyways. So a couple of little runs are not a concern. So we'll put a nice top coat on it. It's always a good idea to try and maintain the same distance, same speed, but in the end, all you're doing is putting paint on with a rattle can. It's not rocket science. Now, I've seen some decent jobs on cars. I've seen whole cars painted with a rattle can, and they don't look bad. But they don't last long. You can buy automotive paint, but in a rattle can, but it's quite expensive. There goes my furnace kicking on. Most of you that have known me for a while have seen some of my rocker jobs, rocker panels, and I do a color match, which I buy from Napa, and you take them the paint code for the vehicle, and they'll mix you up a can of color matched paint. I'm sure you can get it just about anywhere. Lots of places do it, I'm sure. But yeah. Alright, one tack coat. Like I said, nothing fancy, it's just to seal it, keep the element away from the steel. And notice I didn't even give it a wipe with a tack cloth or anything, because once again, this is all going to get sanded before paint. Alright. One tack. Once again, guys, I'm just using Dupe Color Sealer Primer. Hope you can see that. All we want to do is just seal the raw metal. Put a coat on it before it goes outside. I'm going to time lapse all this. Probably aren't going to hear it all. So my babbling, this shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, you want to maintain the distance and speed, trying to avoid runs. like I said, they'll get sanded out anyways. This will let us see how the body is though. Anywhere, any dents, dings, whiskey dents as you guys like to call them. Let us see how straight it is. Somewhere I got a handle to put on these things, make it a little easier on the fingers, but that'll be one of those parts or tools that's hidden in the collection somewhere. I will say it looks pretty straight, other than where we had to hammer the dents out underneath from being dropped. Once again, this is just to keep the moisture off the metal. Alright, so I shut the camera off for a while, and we've got the passenger side primed. And like I say, this isn't the ready for paint primer, this is just a sealer to protect it because it's going to be outside for a few weeks while I work on the truck. So just an idea, you know. And it kind of lets you see the nasties you got to come back to, like the crap along the top rail there. And we got a funny crack in, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'll try and get her in there. There's a funny little star crack in existing bodywork. So I'm going to have to grind that out and fill it up and see what's causing that. There's probably a little rust underneath it that didn't get cleaned out originally. I did take all the fuzzies out of the bed, and I didn't video that because that's just a tedious, nasty job. Now a lot of guys would reach for their phone book and find a sandblaster, but when you live in an area like I do, in the middle of northern Ontario, there's nowhere to get a sandblaster. I would have to ship the bed out, would cost hundreds of dollars in shipping, and of course the cost of sandblasting, and yeah, by the time you get it back, it really doesn't. So the two tools, just to point out what I use, I've got my nasty little wire wheel on the angle grinder, air powered, and my battery's going to die here shortly. And then I got my shitty little palm sander with 40 grit. You get a lot done with one of these guys. You don't need expensive tools. Anybody can do this. Polish her down as best you can, clean it up, blow it out. Of course, this side's primed. We're pretty much ready to go outside and sit and wait till I get the truck torn down, which hopefully will be in this video this week. Well, not the tear down, but at least get the truck here. Next week we will do the tear down. I've got her all cut out. The front panel is removed. All the spot welds are taken out. Rusty parts removed. All the crosses are good and solid. No concerns there. The rest of the bed is solid next to surface rust. Let's see if I can get you in here. It's still solid. It just had a lot of surface rust and crud from years. So we'll clean it up. This is going to get bed liner, so guys, you don't really have to go crazy on these things. We'll hit it with a good primer, sealer, and then put a bed liner on it, and you know, for what this truck's going to do in its life, at least it's back on the road again. So guys, that's it for this video. Have yourself a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell your friends. It's in the shop. Next week, we'll see if we can't get it running. It's supposed to run, but I have yet to hear that. We'll get it up on stands and see what it needs for safety. Pull the wheels and inspect the brakes and fuel system lines. And I'll have a buddy of mine over who does my safeties for me, and he'll tell me what he thinks it needs. From there, well, we'll order some parts, make a list. Probably start, fixing the rusty stuff. But till then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell a friend. We'll see you next week.